This story takes place back when I was 13. At the time, I had a friend. We'll call her Sarah. And we had this play spot in the woods. It was two swings, both hung on branches. And we'd swing around and just talk and enjoy the night sky. But this time was different. See, this night, as usual, we walked into the woods, laughing and joking, and thinking about how when we get on the swings, we're gonna swing and look at the night sky. When we get to the swings, we sit down on the hard wooden swings, and we start rocking back and forth, causing the branches to make an ever so slight sound. As the branches were making the sounds and as we were enjoying our night, Sarah noticed something. Something was off about this night. She said that she felt as if we were being watched. When she said this, it made me a little paranoid, but I tried to shake it off and just think of it as her mind is just playing tricks on her. As the night continued, she wouldn't stop blabbering on about how she felt that she was being watched and how we should leave. Eventually it got to the point where she was sucking the fun out of the night. So I got off the swings and she stopped swinging, and we just sat there in silence as we listened for any crackles or leaves rattling that would alert us to another presence. We sat there for what seemed like an hour before finally we heard something. A small twig snap, but it felt as if an entire tree fell. Both of our hearts started to pump faster as we both looked in the direction. Sarah pulled out her phone and got on a flashlight and pointed at the direction, but her phone flashlight was too weak to really see what was in the darkness ahead. I slowly crept up to where it was, and as I crept up to where the sound came from, I noticed that I could hear ever so faint breathing. Once I heard the breathing, I turned and looked at Sarah, and both of us gave each other the look of horror as we realized that not only was there something else there, but that something else was more of a someone else. Once we got alerted to the fact that it was a someone else, we started to think of a plan. How do we escape? Where do we go? Sarah, she looked over to another direction, in the opposite direction of whatever was in the shadows. I nodded my head as I slowly tiptoed away, but as I tiptoed away, it felt like the presence was getting larger, almost as if the presence was following me and was right up close and personal, right there against my neck. As I was feeling this, the hairs on my neck started to stand up. As I noticed that Sarah, who at first was calm but afraid, was now terrified and unresting. As she pointed behind me, I slowly turned behind me, and then I seen it, or more so, I seen him. It was a tall guy with a black hoodie on over his face to cover his face, with black jeans and black work boots. Almost looked like a construction guy. As he stood over me, towering me, I noticed his eyes. His eyes were not normal. They looked unrested and relentless. Eyes full of anger, pain, and otherworldly substance. As I looked at him, I thought, how am I gonna get away? Is this my last day? Before I noticed, Sarah had grabbed a tree branch and she threw it at him. When she threw it at him, he hurled in pain. As he hurled in pain, me and Sarah began to run through the woods. We ran through the woods as fast as we could, trying to escape from whatever this was, but he kept following us. Everything around us grew very loud as the woods around us that was at first just quiet and peaceful became roaring with twigs snapping and leaves rustling as we could hear the man following us. As it seemed like every corner that we cut, he cut the same one, until eventually Sarah spotted a place of safety, a safe haven if you will. She pointed at it and said, "Jay, right there." As we both went in, it was a little cave-like place, a dirt cave with a tree over it, which made it hard to recognize unless you'd been around these woods for a long time. We both went in there, and the flashlight that Sarah used to guide us through the woods, she cut it off. Or if he was gone. Everything grew silent as I started to think, maybe he's gone. Maybe it was just our mind playing tricks on us. But then I heard it. The footstep, so silent, yet his presence was so powerful, as you could just keep repeatedly hearing the twigs crumble under his feet as he looked for us, not knowing what his intentions were. Then it seemed like he almost found us. As he started approaching the place that we were, the next thing we knew, the footsteps came closer, closer, closer. Or not to, as I didn't want to get caught and find out what this guy was going to do to us. As the footsteps came closer, both of us held our breath. And then you're just gonna have to find out what happens in the next story time. Yep, this is a two-parter. Let me know if you guys enjoyed, me telling stories like that. Like, I might, cause I got some scary stories in the bag, so I could definitely tell y'all them. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure you smash the like button, turn on post notifications, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Woo!